guys, and welcome back to Everything DIY. Today we're going to be showing you how to change a thermostat and also flush your coolant. It's recommended that you flush your coolant about every 5 years or 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. Now you really shouldn't have to replace your thermostat every time you change the coolant, but we are changing ours now because our engine threw a minor code because the thermostat was stuck open. A good rule of thumb to know if you need to replace your thermostat is whether your car just heats up super fast and will cool down, leading to overheating. Or if it just takes forever to reach temperature, could be an indicator that it's just stuck open. So if you want a rundown of the tools we're using for this project, just check the description below. We have them all listed there. If you want to know our products, we have them right here. We're using this pre-mixed 50/50 Zerex coolant formula, which we use in our Speed 3 and works great. We also have the Stant thermostat, of course. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to drain the coolant, but in order to do that, I'm going to loosen the cap so we can let some air in and get the liquids moving down there. Alright, so now we can go find the coolant drain plug. In my experience, it's usually on the driver's side behind the radiator. Here's our coolant drain plug, right where I said it was going to be. So I'm just going to need a screwdriver and twist it off, the plug off. So once it's spinning freely, you can just grab a screwdriver with flathead and pry it out. While that's draining, we can go ahead and replace the thermostat. In order to get to it, I'm going to remove the tensioner first, and to do that, I'm going to get this belt off, and I'm just going to slip this on here. Alright, so there are 3 bolts holding down the tensioner. I'm going to remove those now. Okay, so this black thing right here with the 2 hoses attached, that is the thermostat. The next step is obviously to remove the 2 hoses, and it may be kind of hard to get on film, but we're gonna try. Okay, so obviously the hose is off. This could not be filmed, and for some reason this clamp, whenever I've had these kinds of clamps, they're really hard to get off. Whoever invented them hates you. But yeah, what you need to do is just get a vice grip on it, clamp down, and then pull the hose off in the opposite direction. You'll get there. It just takes some doing. Every time I've dealt with these kinds of clamps, it's never ever easy. Yep, here they are. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They are the biggest pains in the ass, and they're on every car. So it's time to remove the thermostat. It's held in by 3 bolts. We already removed the bottom one because it's really impossible to shoot that. But I'll get these off now. Make sure you have the pan down there because obviously it will leak coolant. Okay, so now we can put the new thermostat in. No, there's nothing special. It's got the gaskets, everything's ready to go. So just gonna put it back in place. Okay, so no need to over tighten these. This is plastic and there's already a rubber gasket in there. So just get them tight, but not over tight. So now we're able to replace the hoses, and for obvious reasons, we are using our own clamps. Slide that on. So yeah, I'd probably cut most of that out because honestly it was quite hard to get the shot. But yeah, as you can see, the clamps are back on, the hoses are back on, and the clamps are tight. So now we're good to put the tensioner back. Okay. Obviously the easy part, just slip that belt back on. Okay, so we can continue with the flush now, and obviously while the plug is still out, I'm going to use distilled water. It's really important to use distilled water because if you don't, you could get corrosion in the engine. So I'm just going to keep pouring it through and circulating it until the water comes out clean in the pan. So just get that going now. Pretty self-explanatory. We obviously put the plug back in after the water was coming out nice and clear, and now we can start filling it back up with our new premixed coolant. We did add a little bit more water to this to be 60%, but that's just because we're in a warmer climate. Obviously look at your own manual to see what you need to have mixed for your coolant. So I'm just going to start filling this up until it hits the max line in there. Okay, so we filled it up to the max. Obviously, it's not going to stay there because once that thermostat opens for the first time, all those air bubbles that we let in are going to be filled in with the new coolant and your levels will go down. So what you want to do is just drive around, get it up to temperature, and then come home, let it cool off, and what you'll see, obviously, is that the level went down. So you just want to fill it back up to max, and you may have to do this a couple times just to get it at the right fluid levels. Okay guys, so that's everything. The engine should be running nice and cool now. And yeah, if you like this video, please hit the thumb with the up. That'd be great. Subscribe if you're new. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we'll see you in our next one. Bye!